Hey there, I want to say selective collective, but however, there's not going to be any tags on this reading. There's not going to be anything to try to reach out and attach to something it's not meant to get to. Not even signs and horoscopes. It dawned on me that I should do a reading that opens you up to confirmations, synchronicities that you need to follow something that your heart or your spirit is already guiding you to regarding divine purpose. And the reason I want to do this reading is because in this world, when entropy is sometimes the only thing that you see, disorder, chaos, no harmony, you can actually be assured that there is a divine master plan to weaving everything together. Masterful how this energy can work with free will, isn't it? That's how I feel. So this reading really is just going to be for those that get drawn to, those that are meant to see it, and I open up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels. If you do need something more private or personal, especially even related to this, it's probably my favorite kinds of readings. Reach out to me in the description box, and that's how you can get a reading. But so let's start this. My favorite decks, Kim Krans. She needs to come out with a new one. It is time. This is her archetype deck. So this is going to give us information on different roles. You have a monitoring spirit, just letting you know. You have a monitoring spirit, and the reason why you have a monitoring spirit is because ever since a child, you've had this divine plan, this divine spark, that it was going to be lit one day. So these monitoring spirits could have caused issues in childhood, even to adulthood, of trying to get into your psyche, make you feel like there's not a purpose, or like there wasn't a why. Why is this happening? But it's an influence is what I'm picking up on. Okay, it's gone though. If you're wanting to know, I'm looking at the ant spirit. I mean the not ant spirit. The oh my gosh, you know what I'm talking about. The gnats. In my brain, I was about to speak, and then I went like dyslexic. Instead of gnat, I spelled ant, and it came out ant. It's so weird. It's so weird. Anyway, it's gone. Okay, I get that there's probably a G in there too. Anyway, the gem, the orphan. Oh, this talks about the hardship that you went through. It talks about being in a place, I specifically see as a child, of being very, feeling like you really don't fit in, and that you're not made of this world, but very conscious of that. So you're very different, and in some ways this could have been a strain. It was always part of your purpose to see differently than everyone else. And so kind of like the repercussion, you could say, or what was just going to happen with that type of energy that you embodied, was feeling a little bit left out, or a little bit less understood by others. Okay, you're somebody that is not superficial. You see deeply into things, people, experiences, and therefore, since you see so deeply, you feel really deeply about things like that. And I'm thinking that could have even led to, if you're, depending on like what age you're at, it could have led you to try to embrace stoicism to the nth degree, where you just I don't care. I don't care. I like to be by myself. I want to avoid this or that because whatever, there's deeper meanings. There's deeper reasons. It's because you felt so much. Okay. It's because the deeper that you were able to see into something, the deeper your feelings were going to be about it. Oh, especially as a child or growing up. Especially. So these are heavy, they're heavy things to go through in life, and it's in this space. It's in this, it's like somebody who was kind of exposed to the darkness and just sat there and analyzed it. Analyzed it. Read into it. Figured it out. You found a gem, because you found a gem there, okay? And this just speaks to your positivity, your non-superficial nature, meaning you're able to see every kind of gem or every benefit with every single experience for yourself and for others. It would be like you could immediately spot it out, the gem, the opportunity. It wasn't a lesson for you to have to learn that. By the way, that's not everyone. Some people really have to kind of teach themselves to see how something could have been a gem in their life, or how they could have found the opportunity in the darkness, the sadness. So this is like a gift to you anyway, that you're probably born with, is being able to do that. So you find the gem. That this is a new facet of yourself. Sure, Thanatos. That you found. So you do have a belonging. You do belong. I'm picking up belonging to certain soul groups that have different missions here as part of divine plan and purpose. Thanatos keeps wanting to show up. Change and transformation. Endings, death, the process, the understanding of cycles. Now tell me a little bit more about this before I say anything else. Gnosis. So they're saying you were born with a knowing. Okay, you could be a person who is maybe very similar to me, in the sense that even as a kid, you may have not found you may have appreciated but didn't resonate very much so with religion or spirituality, but appreciated it and felt very connected to this idea of the one, the monad, the universal father. So you may have had that knowing, oh yes, this exists in a very mysterious way, maybe not in the traditional way. To err is human, right? To err is human. And so I think you probably saw some error in a lot of human ideas and concepts, but I think you were born with a knowing. You were born with a knowing. And yeah, if you're coming to this reading, you have your chakras activated, the ones that really link you into your purpose, divine purpose, your higher self, and high frequency beings, 8 and 9. and 10 underneath that keeps you grounded outside of your body. These things are also allowing you to have greater knowings right now. So, because I'm sensing claircognizant abilities more and more. Every time you have a question, an answer will come up. It will pop in your mind, or however you learn best. Some people are really visual, and so signs might work more with those people. But it's coming through that connection, activation. They're called the mental plane, the seed crystals. 8, 9, and 10. The mother, you're very nurturing, loving, kind, caring, compassionate, protective. And interesting, something about mother pearl. So somebody may have a mother pearl necklace or ring or pendant, something that it may have even been something that was passed on, perhaps from a mother, because so there's something about pearls, pearl, mother pearl. Possibly even that name. Well, that sounds like a grandma's name, doesn't it? The pearl. But I mean, it might not be it. Okay. Purging. Releasing, purging. It's almost like the gem you find through the sadness, the hard times that you've had to go through. This is about letting it out. Letting it out, purging. A sweet release. Tears streaming down. It's okay. I have seen a comment before of somebody that said that they would, and I want to say no judgment here about this either, by the way. No judgment. Just want to mention, because you made the comment public, so I thought I'll mention it, of taking medicine instead of crying in a certain day where they felt compelled to cry, but they're like, I push it off. I push it down. That's common. That is common. A lot of people do that. It's a distraction though from the crying that could have brought about the healing. So I want to say it's okay to experience the emotions to their fullness. It's well, not just okay, it could be beneficial to you in a very healing way. But again, no judgment. Everyone's on their path, and there's always some kind of order in everything that's going on, every experience. Okay, so the judge is about using your wise discernment and judgment at this time. You being the judge, you calling the shots. It can also be talking about in your life. Maybe you have had to deal a lot with judgment from others. Especially if you saw things in a very radically different way. That tends to bring about judgment, or even just acting authentically like yourself. Sometimes triggers people in an authentic world where a lot of people are putting on a front. Your authenticity would be triggering like light to the demon. Okay, so you could have experienced that. Ooh. It's pointing to this divine feminine energy. The mother. You may resonate with Gnostic teachings of Sophia or other teachings such as Mother Mary, or even Hathor, Hecate. Heck, even Lilith is a mother, isn't she? So, I mean, you may resonate with teachings that come from the strength and the warrior side of the divine feminine. It's a man or a woman, and that might be helping you at this time. Saturn. Woo, Saturn. And sulfur. The void. So the void is this infinite space of darkness. It's not necessarily bad darkness. There is something about sitting in this place as, oh yes, okay, now they're giving me that. As you allow things to go out of your life that don't need to be there, let me give you an example of what this maybe could be meaning in your life right now, attached to purpose. Is Buddha, when asked about enlightenment, what did he gain from enlightenment? He simply said that he didn't gain anything, but he lost a lot of stuff. And he named off things such as fear, shame, guilt, or he named a lot of things. Let's just say, I'm not going to quote on that part though, because I don't know that other part, but he lost a lot of things that were attached. Ego. Let's say egos. So really it was just, you don't gain anything, you lose everything that didn't need to be there. And so that's also part of this process. And that's going to literally mean different things for different people. The Saturn here, the Saturn in reverse. Judge. You be the judge. Saturn in reverse. It makes me feel like you're breaking some sort of time restriction, possibly releasing karma. Healing past things. Look, the timeline feels flipped or switched here. Saturn is usually about restrictions and consequences, discipline, and I think that something's reversed here, reversing. So you are seeing signs and synchronicities that something's coming for you, that something is about to change. You're now the diamond. See the diamond in the middle of these synchronicities. There's 4 Ouroboros around this. And so I feel like it's saying that all of these experiences, these 4 main, maybe it's even 4 main death, rebirth experiences in your life, made you precious. The pressure made you precious. You're now a diamond. You're now so multifaceted and shining that it's like time for something. It's time. Cosmos Oracle. Since this oracle is really science geared, let's use it with Saturn to go ahead and clarify Saturn. I know what is changing when it comes to possibly you being in a void state where everything is possible while you lose a lot of stuff you didn't need to hang on to. Fears, doubts, confusion, labels, things that aren't yours to carry. The sun here. Happy experience, happy new experience. The orphan card also to me can represent something that you feel like you went through hardship, struggle, or lacked and needed. Something about going through that and overcoming it. Well, that's interesting. So you have density in the reverse on the bottom. I have anomaly, pulsar, dark energy. Black body. Parsec. So there's definitely something here that you're overcoming, some sort of mystery of dark energy here. And then we start off the reading saying you may have had a monitoring spirit. So you may have had some type of energy that was weighing you down for quite some time. I don't know, having you stuck in your emotions about a certain experience, because that weight is being lifted with density in the reverse. And with pulsar in the reverse, I feel like they're saying this is here to last. This change is here to last, not intermittent. But they're telling me this energy or monitoring spirit came in short bursts throughout maybe your whole life. And now something is really changing. Because you are the anomaly. You are the, you cannot copy paste who you are. Your energy is different than everyone else's. Okay, this made you different. You are the anomaly. You're the one that wasn't supposed to be quite the way you are, but you are. So they're saying that Parsec, especially being in the upright, that there is a little bit of pause before you go from one place to another. And that might be what you're feeling with some sort of void energy, or feeling of, I must like slip into the nothingness, and just be still. They're saying this is a pause for a new flow. And then we have activate 999 portal. Okay, so nines are like everything from your past is coming up to culmination in the present to be cleared out for the new. Number 9, conclusion, finale, coming close to the ending, so that you can get on this timeline that seems like it's gonna manifest something really nice for you. See, what is it going to manifest? What animal spirit can help me on what is going to manifest for them? Yeah. The final chapter. The bat. A rebirth in consciousness. The final chapter. It looks very similar to this sulfur card of moving the energies out of you. That enlightenment, the being in light, was always there, just for you to shine the brightest, for you to even recognize your own light or your own enlightenment. You needed to shed some things, end some things. So the bat. This is a burst of energy here with the firefly. It's inspiration. It's like a manic burst of energy. A brilliant idea. Oh, an epiphany that has to do with your life purpose and path. And a very big sign that you're going to have a big decision at a crossroads to make regarding this tarantula energy. You're going to know what to do. Ooh. The lion and the deer. There's that Mother Mary energy again, or kind, compassionate, loving energy. But then we have the lion. It's regal. Goes with the sun energy. Leadership. Mastery. So you will have an epiphany. I feel like these are going to be many different signs, because they're showing me like they're showing me you going throughout your normal day and like different things lighting up for you. Like if you work in at a desk or office setting, like something in the corner lighting up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm noticing this today more than ever. There's some sort of sign from everyday things around you that are like lighting up like little fireflies here. So I think signs and synchronicities, they're increasing. But you could have a desk at home. It doesn't have to be out. Childhood. Ooh. Innocence, playful, growing, friendship, new beginnings, and it does say no worries and loving life. That's the new chapter you're going towards. Another 6. 6 is our about love, harmony, returning to a flow state or a place of balance in your life. That's 6. Usually has to do with the home or relationships, but it can just be in all areas of our life, having a loving existence, relationships with people, friendships with people. And this is because you have the curtain call card, because you're getting, so like I said, that's the wrapping up of one chapter and getting ready to step onto the stage. Because that gem that you found inside of yourself is ready to shine. Some sort of strategy. Oh, well, no, this is the source. This is Source God Creator. Okay, let me read this, because it could be that your life purpose involves fame or involves being a celebrity of some sort. It's almost like they're telling me if you want to or not. Sorry. There's something here that's coming. Whether you're a hermit or not, I don't know why, but if this is reaching you, then maybe it's just confirmation something is for you. It's something about you deserving the stage because you're humble and wise. You deserve the stage. You deserve to be in the spotlight and be seen because of what you represent and because of this energy that you embody from Source God Creator. So I have curtain call, acclaim, fame, recognition, admiration in the spotlight. And then this is his divine plan, or hers. You know what I mean? It is the universal energies. It was the plan all along. So where you could have thought there's only entropy, alas, the strategic move is made. You successfully are having completions, endings of chapters that put you in the right space, so that the void is like the space now that the Creator can use to fill up with all of the things that the light in you deserves and deserves to see, experience. This part of a master plan. Chess. This was part of a master plan. Is it times of uncertainty? They're wanting to say, Kim, read it like this. Read it like this. Uncertain in the reverse. Yes, you may be uncertain. You may be feeling like, I'm going through times of uncertainty. So is the whole world right now. How can I be sure? It looks like this Saturn energy is going to overtake me. Like that's the kind of energy I get. But no, they're wanting you to be very certain. Drop your beliefs on how things are governed, is what they're saying. And allow for a different multiverse to come through. No chains of illusionary time is going to hold back the divine's plan. Yeah, you're meant to pioneer something. And so I would say also with this friendship here that the pioneer card has to do with people from your soul group actually being arranged to somehow make their way into your life, supporting what you do, or letting you know, hey, I'm on this road too, or I'm on this journey too, finding out how to bravely go across new territory. And somebody that pioneers something is making a way for others. So that's what's so important about you being brave and stepping into the pioneer role. You're doing it first. That's what they're saying. You're doing it first. So trailblaze, boldness, destination, or buzz. What else can be a confirmation for them, please? How they're overcoming density. That the timing is perfect now. If you're seeing this, the timing is perfect. All heartbreak, all interference from getting you to your destination here, being fully in the glory of your divine purpose and plan, is being moved out of the way. It's going to be a part of the past that's released with this tier, right? So this is about your connections, community, but it's, to me, it says, it does say perfect timing here. It's meaning perfect timing. Sulfur is also very healing energy, so healing yourself. And we have 3, 3, 3, 6, 6, 2, and 7. 9. So when I said something about your wisdom, that's why this Master card came out on top of the Judge energy, because you are disciplined, you work smart, you're focused, structured, you're able to show somebody else, other people, kind of how to handle things or handle energy. You're a master at it. You have a commanding presence. This is big. That's big energy. That's why you're able to be the judge. Who gets to be elected as judge? The people that made it there. You made it there. You've made it there. 3, 6, 9 showing up. Actually, those are beautiful frequencies here. Numbers I associate with Tesla and his the way that he connected in with those numbers, and the fact that we are all this vibrating energy here, different vibrations, everything's energy. I believe that everything's energy. This energy that you're going to be embodying is the master. You know a lot about who you are, but this is also kind of confirms what I said earlier with the scuba diver, is that, yeah, your self-assessment and your assessment of others, it goes deep. I think even with the mirror here, yes, it can mean self-aware and someone who has faced their issues, they've gone really deep, but I think it is also saying, like, the illusion or trickster energy that can be from the mirror, you also see deeply past. Especially when you're trying to interpret why someone has come into your life. Because you can always see the gem, so you can see the positive connection before you're going to pick out something judgy, or, you know what I mean? You're deep. You're not just seeing the mirror. You're seeing past it or into it. I do also have with the scuba diver in the void, which void, we got that. Beautiful. Humanitarian, water carrier, you give back. You're going to be able to give back a lot. This energy can come to you in different forms for your life path or purpose. Like the Dharma could bring in the dollars, so to speak, or whatever. If you're from a different country, then whatever your currency is, your Dharma could make you extremely wealthy. And the purpose would be so that you can give back in the ways that you would want to, not waste. This is a new energy and you're part of it. So energy, I think that's about your energy. It does say in the cause to alleviate suffering with others, care for others. You do care for others. And the fairy tale, believe the impossible, daydreams, romantic ending, universal archetypes, hopeful magic, unicorns and rainbows, happily ever after, fanciful stories we tell. And the youth card, you have childhood and youth, really it's a card about, okay, the mutable signs here, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. It's talking here about breaking free from something that is trying to tell you that it has to be done a certain way. I think this is about trying something new, and it's honestly the person who's okay and ready for a divine detour, for angelic intervening. You can call it interference. It might interfere with some other people's plans, but it's going to benefit you. And I think that that's what is coming too for this. You're always helped, but here feels like you're at the crossroads where there's going to be some more, like this pioneer card. You are pioneering something, but Spirit says, got your six, got your team. Spirit has a whole separate team for this part, for this crossroads, this part of your life. Is this one out here? Relieving your headache or finding out what was off or what was the cause of something. Needing self-care. What is the self-care about? Maybe what you've learned about. Uncertainty, breaking through the worry. Give your worry to the angels. Give your worry to... It's about relieving your worry, your fears, or your anxiety. You have some kind of new destination coming up here. I think it's going to bring you a lot of wealth and stability with the Person of Earth card, and being known, a trend-setting leader, a visionary, a catalyst. Yeah, because you're given the tools and the spiritual gifts and abilities to get done the actions now. You'll be given every single tool that you need, especially if there's certain resources or wealth that you need for a goal that you have that's related to what you want to create here. So let's get an angel number message, and let me wrap this up. Whoa. Yeah, it's going to make you prosperous. There's nothing to worry about, but I know that sometimes it's easier said than done, but just looking. I saw 55 indicating change earlier. 44, okay. Oh, that's a nice one to get with that card. See, you are supported as you pioneer something. It's just a confirmation for the reading. I'm a pioneer. 19, which is sun energy. So independence, self-sufficiency are necessities to you, and you are extremely capable in life, yes, and work, and you aren't afraid to take the big risks to achieve the life you desire. I'm a pioneer. Told you, saw that one. That's extra confirmation. You're supported on this journey, on this trip of pioneering new things. So master number 44, your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination. Even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. And master number 55, substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change and need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. I'm evolving. Enlightenment gained you nothing, but it sure did help you release a lot. All right, I'm sending you light and love. Bye.